Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah wa sallallahu wa sallam ala rasulillah. Amma ba'd, we praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah to exalt, dimension, grant peace, and send His salutations and blessings upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. My brothers and sisters, apparently as usual, whenever there's a refutation video, we always get two types of feedback. We have two main groups, or two, whatever you want to call them, two camps. A camp that says Jazakallahu khairan, wa barakallah feek, well, thank you for clarifying this for us. And a group that is always upset, always critical, always unhappy with any type of refutation. And let's say there's a third camp, which is the popular one now. People that say, look man, maybe you're right, but you didn't have to do A or B or C. And I appreciate and love and respect all of the opinions and all of the people and all of the Muslims. So I'm making this video so we could, as they say in Arabic, لوضع النقاط على الحروف, to put things in context, to give you some background, because believe it or not, my brothers and sisters, a lot of you think that you know while you actually don't know. You speak from emotions, you speak from love for your fellow Muslim, not me obviously, for the most part, for the other fellow Muslim, whoever I'm speaking about is your main concern, but you often speak without knowledge, without wisdom. You are often rude while accusing me of being rude. You mock me while criticizing me, mocking others. It's a very strange situation that we have. So I figured, out of fairness and justice, I looked at the comments. I tried to reply as much as I can, but I wanted to actually touch on the 5 main points that I believe deserve some elaboration, so that we can see eye to eye, because we don't want fitna, we want peace and love. Number 1 feedback is you didn't academically respond to the brother. You just made fun of him, and you didn't explain why or why not music is halal or haram and so on and so forth. And regarding that, I'm going to go over here and show you how that issue has been addressed a long time ago when I made this particular video. So first, I would like to ask you kindly to watch this lecture of mine titled The Classical Hit It's Bad. In this particular video, which was made, we uploaded 2 years ago, but it was delivered 2010, 13 years ago. We explained to our fellow Muslims, brothers and sisters, the ruling on music, the ruling on singing, and the ruling on even Islamic nasheeds. And the irony of all ironies is, if you watch that video, in that video, you will hear me actually promoting Nouman Ali Khan back when no one knew him, which addresses another issue, the issue of jealousy. So let me display this other video here to give you some feedback. This statement that people often claim that we're jealous. Just listen to what was said many years ago. I don't know when this was delivered. This was delivered also, no, it was way before that. Anyways, listen. Supported by the statement of Imam Ahmad rahimahullah. So, internal source, external source, going against it, exposing it, speaking about it, is part of our struggle fi sabilillah. Is part of our struggle fi sabilillah. This is supported by the statement of Imam Ahmad rahimahullah. قيل لأحمد بن حنبل الرجل يصوم ويصلي ويعتكف أحب إليك أو يتكلم في أهل البدع. It was said to him, a man, he prays and he fasts and he secludes himself in the worship of Allah, i'tikaf. Is that more beloved to you, or him speaking about the people of innovation? He said, إذا قام وصلى واعتكف فإنما هو لنفسه. His salah, his siyam, his i'tikaf is for his own well-being. It's good for him. وإذا تكلم في أهل البدع فإنما هو للمسلمين وهذا أفضل. However, if he has to, and again, we will qualify these statements. So my advice is, whoever's hearing this lecture live or will hear it later on YouTube, don't rush into conclusions.
Please don't.
For the sake of Allah, hear me out.
Please hear me out.
For this 1 hour, you will see that there's a balanced approach to this, inshallah. This is not by any means some attack. It is not.
This was back then.
Whoever thinks that the reason behind these clarifications is jealousy.
It's lagging a little bit. It's fine.
Hear this a lot. Oh, they're jealous. Fulan is jealous of Fulan. So he wrote an article against him. He made a lecture against him. I say this is insane.
I'm not going to let you hear the whole clip. Please refer to the clip. It's in the description. It was placed in the description of the original video. And so take the time to hear it. But I think it's in that video where I actually have a clip of me right here. Look. Listen, watch this. Those who say that I'm jealous of Nouman Ali Khan, please watch this.
Way back. There's a brother. When I mention all these evil people, it's time to mention good people, inshallah. There's a brother. His name is Nouman Ali Khan. Anyone heard of him? You haven't heard of him. If you haven't heard of him, hear it. Nouman Ali Khan. His website is Bayyinah.com. Amazing, wallahi. You listen to this brother, man, mashallah, tabarakallah. I don't know much about him. I've been listening to him recently, and I'm an Arab, speaking Arabic. Now when I listen to the Quran, it's a whole other experience because of what I have been listening and the intricate details which you cannot even find in the average tafsir. You get the average tafsir, it doesn't go to this extent. The brother is exerting himself in the science. He reads material, he reads books of all tafsir, and he's unbelievable work. If this was about jealousy, then you wouldn't even mention another dai.
So, Akhwan, yani, if you accuse me of being of jealousy, then yani, why would I ever promote Nouman Ali Khan? People didn't, by the way, when I spoke to my audience, nobody had heard about him. I literally made him known to my miskeen audience. It's always been a small number of people. Nevertheless, I'm the one who promoted him when I discovered him because I thought that he was a gem myself. So for Allah's sake, don't claim that I'm jealous of him, because that's the biggest evidence that I'm not. In fact, I want good for all the Muslims. And I told you, I made even that dua in the previous video, which all of you who hate on me conveniently ignore, that I actually made dua, that I beg Allah to guide him and that he has more followers so they can be guided. But you conveniently forget about this part. Secondly, you could see in the lecture, the classical hit, it's bad, that I've addressed the ruling on this particular issue quite extensively. If you're looking for so somebody said, for example, why did you not respond to a statement about Ibn Abbas that there was a drunkard in the chain? Or it's because I've already broken all that down and given you all the references and mentioned the opinion of Ibn Umar and Ibn Mas'ud and Al-Tabari and Ibn Kathir and Ibn Qayyim and Ibn Taymiyyah and the ulama from the time of the Salaf until today. They agreed upon the prohibition. I mentioned the four madhahib. I meant this lecture, mashallah, tabarakallah, 1 hour, 35 minutes, full of evidences from the Quran and the Sunnah that music and professional singing are haram. And that's why I didn't spend time on that latest video, because I was under the impression you guys care enough to go and check it out. Check it out and you will see for yourself. Now, comes the issue of... a lot of you said that I'm drinking with my left hand. Ya akhwan, this camera is flipped. By Allah, I wear my watch in my left hand. This is my left hand. I know it appears to be the right. This is my right hand. So every time you saw me drinking, I was drinking. By Allah's grace and mercy, and I'm not praising myself, I'm a miskeen, ta'ban, below the average Muslim. But I don't remember ever since Allah guided me, I don't remember ever forgetting to eat or drink with my right hand. By Allah's grace, I don't even forget. I'm right-handed, so I'm naturally going to eat and drink with the right hand. I've never forgotten and eaten or drunk with the left hand for me to even have an issue with that. Please understand that the camera or the screen is flipped. We're using this OBS, in order to have the logo here and the video there. We had to play around with the settings. It's flipped, ya akhwan. I'm eating and drinking with the right hand. And this is my right hand. This is the left hand. I wear my watch with my left hand. I've never worn my watch with my right hand. Some of you are so oppressive. They're like, okay, I know for a fact because his watch is in his right. This is the right hand. People told him, man, the camera's flipped. No. I am sure that he's eating and drinking. He's drinking with the left hand. Yeah, Captain. ما حلو ترى. والله مرة ما حلو. People who say, please, please contact him privately. The most common comment, Ya Akhwan, why this drama and why airing the dirty laundry and exposing each other and go privately. He's doing what he's doing publicly. We have to refute what he's saying publicly. Plus, we've tried the private approach with him way back. Before I ever made the first lecture warning against him, after I promoted him and he started his blunders, I was like, yo, what are you doing, brother? Nouman, what are you doing, man? I put you on the map. I told the people about you, my people. I don't care. Maybe other people discovered about him on their own. But I put him for my audience myself. And now I felt responsibility towards them because they were telling me, Akhi, this brother that you told us about, he's starting to talk nonsense. I reached out to him, spoke to him on the phone for an hour and a half. I said, brother, this and that, barakallah feek. I advised him with the best manners that I have. It fell on deaf ears. He said, Abshir, yeah, I'm going to do something about it. Pulled the plug on me, flushed, and never got back to me again. Never respected the covenant, never respected the promise, never maintained anything. It just vanished in thin air and he was gone. And I waited years before I warned against him officially after I had given him plenty of chances. So please, enough with this private stuff. Not everything has to be done privately. If someone is misguiding the Muslims publicly, then you call out his misguidance publicly. And please take the time to click on those links in the description. In this video, ya akhwan, in this video, I'm sorry, where is this? This right here. In this video, ya habibi, right here. Please watch those links. 4 lectures for you. This is the ruling about music. This is the ambiguous Bayyinah, the first advice to Nouman Khan. Now, after it failed, him never taking any heed or changing, we did another part because he had come up with a new blunder about sincerity that goes against what every alim had ever said about your deeds being done for the sake of Allah, being a source of reward for you. And then a little clip to show you that we are not jealous of this individual or of anybody else. I don't make money. I don't make money from this. Wallahi, I've never made a single cent from YouTube, and I've been on YouTube for 15 years or so. Never made a single cent from YouTube. Never played an ad on my channel because I don't want to be responsible for Muslims who come to seek knowledge to get some trash or some music or some naked women on the ad for me to make money out of you. I don't play like that. I don't go down that route. Haven't done it, never done it. Inshallah, may Allah Azza wa Jal facilitate that we never go down that route. We don't ask you for money. We don't ask you for donations. I don't have no Patreon or Patriot to pay Battiqa. I don't have any PayPal, nothing. Don't give me nothing. Don't do nothing. If I have a business proposal, I present a business proposal and I have a source of income. If it's going to be involving da'wah, everything is clear cut, which is even rarely done. I have my own source of income from my own job. Alhamdulillah, Allah sufficed me. What else do you want from me? What else do you want from me? Why the oppression? Why the oppression? So anyways, we're left with one critical topic, which is the mocking. And unfortunately, again, this is a classic example of our brothers and sisters being unaware of the Islamic teachings. And they don't know that it's actually allowed in Islam to mock the people of deviation and the people of bid'ah. Now, there's this fatwa on islamqa.info, which, if I were to read it all for you, it will take a lot of time. And I noticed that you guys don't like to spend a lot of time listening to it. So much so that people are complaining that I don't let him speak. Or someone said, you don't even let him speak. You keep blah, blah commenting. I'm doing a reaction video. It's not like I have the brother in a podcast where we're speaking to each other and then every time he speaks, I interrupt him. It's a reaction video. I get to play whenever I want, pause whatever I want. And yes, I'm going to speak longer than he is because I have feedback on his nonsense. So naturally, it's going to take longer. Like, give me a break. What do you guys want? We're not having a conversation or a dialogue for me to give him the room to speak. I already watched the video before I made a reaction, so I already know what he's going to say. I'm already reacting. It's 50 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that your attention span is that of goldfish. What am I supposed to do? You also need to learn some patience. Have some patience and have some manners. Everybody's complaining about my manners. I don't see you doing any better manners. Like this brother who came and told me a story about selling me a car back in the day, and accordingly, my voice is annoying. Or I haven't learned anything from the Shaykh, and I have nothing to do with the way of the Prophet ﷺ. Yeah, Captain, yeah, Baba, ehda, Habibi. That's not how it works. A lot of you display worse manners than me while criticizing my manners. And again, I say to you, is it halal for you, haram for me? You could mock me, but I can't mock him. You can clown me, but I can't clown him. You can comment on me and then tell me don't say anything about anyone else. Let the scholar speak. Then why are you speaking? Also let the scholar speak. Let the scholar come and tell me, Abu Mussab, what you're doing is all wrong. Please take a break. Why are y'all telling me what to do, what not to do? And you don't. And when you telling me what to do, what not to do, you don't want to be told the same thing. There's a lot of confusion, and there's a lot of hypocrisy. I don't mean it hypocrisy in the religious spiritual sense, but it's intellectual hypocrisy, because you want me to apply things that you don't apply to yourself, and you want to make me abstain from things that you yourself don't abstain from. Why? Live and let live. Let me be, or don't say anything if you don't want me to say anything. You understand how it works? Anyways, look, ya akhwan. This is a clear fatwa about the fundamental principle is to be kind and gentle. We all know that. No da'iyah does not know that. I know that, and if you look at the content of this channel, you will find that. By the way, which reminds another point. People say, all you do is talk about people, teach people the deen. Ya akhi anta, you're not even subscribed to the channel. What are you talking about? Those who are subscribed to the channel, every week, at least twice, there's a tafsir class. And before that, we had Aqidah class. We completed the whole book of Al-Aqidah Al-Wasatiyah. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. You can find it on a playlist. And now we're doing the Arba'in Nawawiyah. Ya akhwan, we are teaching the people tafsir. And we're teaching them the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. The classes are weekly, live, for free. So stop telling me that you don't do anything except talk about people. Because the talking about people is a very rare, occasional thing. While the gist and the majority of the content on this channel is purely educational, that has nothing to do with other Muslims. But you guys are followers of desires who want to impose on everybody what to do and what not to do. And you have a misconception about warning against other people. You don't think it's part of the deen. You consider it backbiting when it's clearly not backbiting. And because of this, you make a big fuss and you complain without even doing your research, without even investigating, and you have zero good assumptions. Nobody is even willing to assume good. Half of the comments is like you're backbiting him. Is this permissible? Akhi, let's hear what the ruling is about making fun and mocking as-sukhriya min ahl al-bid'ah. As-sukhriya. Here. ثالثا. So an exception, Abu Dawood said from Kalam al-Shafi'i rahimahullah, they mention a poem of the Shafi'i, said an exception to that is the one who publicly sins, the person of bid'ah who's persistent upon it and the caller to it. ثالثا السخرية بأقوال أهل البدع وأقوال المجاهرين بالمعصية, mocking and making fun of the statements of the people of the bid'ah and the people and the statements of those who publicly sin. والذين يتكلمون في الدين وأهله, and those who speak about the religion and its people, like Nouman Ali Khan. He falls under the first and the third. I wouldn't say the second. مباحة, it is permissible. بشرط ألا يسخر من خلقتهم, as long as you don't make fun of their appearance. Like the Deobandis did of me. My forehead is as big as a football field. I never made fun of Nouman Ali Khan's appearance. His nose looks like this, his teeth are like that, his nose is like that, his hair is like that. Nope, nobody went over there. أو وأن تكون في طور الرزانة والحق, and that it should be within the context of firmness and truth. وَأَلَّا يَتَّخِذَهَا عَادَةً وَدَيْدَنًا, and that he shouldn't take it as a common practice, that's something that he frequently does. وَأَلَّا يَغْلِبَ هَزْلُهُ عَلَى جَدِّهِ, and that his mockery is not more than his seriousness. So I ask you by Allah, the amount of times that I mocked him in this video versus the amount of time where I was just refuting him without mockery is what percentage, what proportion in terms of the ratio? And secondly, if you were to take into consideration video number 1, the ambiguous Bayyinah, video number 2, NAK, not okay, and video number 3, you will find that the only time I actually mocked him is in the third video after we had already given up on this brother changing his ways. Because he completely doesn't care, and he said in his video, he doesn't care what the people think about him. And the evidence that they use for that is this statement in Surah Al-Mutaffifin. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ أَجْرَمُوا كَانُوا مِنَ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا يَضْحَكُونَ. Those who were criminals used to make fun and laugh at those who believed. وَإِذَا مَرُّوا بِهِمْ يَتَغَامَزُونَ. And when they go by them, they wink at each other and they clown them and they belittle them. وإذا انقلبوا إلى أهلهم انقلبوا فكهين وإذا رأوهم قالوا إن هؤلاء لضالون وما أرسلوا عليهم حافظين فاليوم الذين آمنوا من الكفار يضحكون. So at the end of the ayah it says, so this day those who believe were mocking and making fun of those who disbelieved. Al-Lusi رحمه الله said فإنه صريح في أن ضحك المؤمنين منهم جزاء لضحكهم منهم في الدنيا. It is clear that the believers laughing at them is a recompense for them laughing at them in the dunya. فلا بد من المجانسة والمشاكلة حتما. So no doubt there has to be an equality and equity in this regard. And this is in Ruh al-Ma'ani. And also another evidence that is used, إن الذين يحادون الله ورسوله أولئك في الأذلين. Verily those who oppose Allah and His Messenger, those are among the most humiliated. And Al-Imam Abu Uthman Ismail al-Sabuni said حاكيا اعتقاد السلف أهل الحديث واتفقوا مع ذلك. He's mentioning what the Salaf and the people of Hadith said. اتفقوا مع ذلك على قولي بقهر أهل البدع. That you should overpower and override the people of bid'ah, وإذلالهم وإخزائهم, and that you should humiliate them and belittle them, وإبعادهم, and you should distance them, وإقصائهم, and you should keep them away, وتباعد منهم, and then staying far away from them, ومن مصاحبتهم ومعاشرتهم, that you should stay away from their company and from accompanying them and being close to them. والتقرب إلى الله عز وجل بمجانبتهم ومهاجرتهم, and you seek nearness to Allah by staying away from them and by abandoning them. And the list goes on and on and on. I could read this entire fatwa. I could also post this fatwa for you in the description of this video so you could read it on your own and understand that there are times and occasions where mocking the people of deviation is allowed. I understand that it might be distasteful. I understand that you might not like it so much. I apologize if you found the demeanor to be repulsive or to be offensive. I am sorry. I am wrong. Consider me to be wrong. Let's have two hypothetical scenarios. Scenario number 1, the fatwa that I read to you does not apply to me. I'm completely wrong. There is no justification for me mocking him whatsoever. Scenario number 1. Okay? Are you able to forgive me? Do you think I'm infallible? I'm free from mistakes. I'm going to do a 100% job. Do you think any da'i does a 100% job or is free from mistakes? No. Accept that as a mistake from your brother. And also accept the truth that I'm communicating to you. Don't let my approach repel you or turn you off from accepting the truth. A lot of you use my approach as a justification for you to continue to be misguided and to continue to follow misguided people. Why? Let's say I'm bad. Okay, accept that. Give me an L for this one. Accept all the other W's. Don't give me an L across the board because I was an L for you in one category. Because that's dhulm and oppression. Hypothetical scenario number 2, that it's permissible for me to do what I did because I do this very rarely and very occasionally in proportion and in comparison to the weekly tafsir class and the weekly Nawawi class. Then I'm justified. I'm justified because what he said is truly disgusting. And what he said is truly misguiding. And what he said is true deception to the Muslims. Wallahi, he's deceiving the Muslims and making it appear as though listening to music is something that is debatable, when if you go through the lecture, you will have absolutely no doubt in your mind that music is haram, based on the evidences from the Quran and the tafsir of the Sahaba and the hadith from the Prophet ﷺ, including the hadith in Bukhari. So, give your brother a break. Brothers and sisters, give me a break and be fair. I want to just go through some of your comments. This is what we get. This is the type of stuff that we get. Okay, alhamdulillah, there's a lot of people that are happy. But see, look, for example, this is an example. Jazakallah khair for making this kind of video to warn us against that which will make us go astray. If it's not for refutation videos on this channel, I would probably be still listening to all kinds of misguided individuals out there, especially NAK. I used to listen to him a lot. Then I came across an AK not okay video and I watched the whole part 2 in one go. It was 2020. Since then I have stopped listening to him completely, alhamdulillah. May Allah guide us to this way. But look, alhamdulillah, this is the byproduct of these videos. So some of you who be hating don't realize that actually those videos help certain people. If you are not in need of help, there's nothing I can do for you. Look at this guy, for example. You have disease in your heart, my friend, and you think of you doing a favor to some Muslims, doubt it. Can see that the way you twist words and put your own opinion to achieve. I twist words. I'm known for being the most straightforward person that you could come across. I am a bulldozer. I am bald, and actually, people find me offensive because I'm too straightforward and I don't sugarcoat and I don't beat around the bush. I'm the last person to twist words, ya akhi, to make anybody happy. I'm so in your face that people actually don't like it. But see, look, an example of someone insulting, being rude, assuming evil, being disrespectful, and then they claim that we are the disease. What he's doing is not a disease. I'm the one with the disease and he's the one with the pure heart. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Yeah. And again, so sad how this brother corrects NAK. So rough and in loud voice and in public. So according to the Yasin, she has her own religion of Islam other than our religion of Islam. Our religion of Islam is one thing. Hers, which she learned from I don't know where, is a completely different set. According to her, it should be soft. It should be in a low voice. It should be whispering all the time. Just whisper. And it should be in private, not in public. Go to knock on his door, say, Ya Nouman, إيشك كيفك حبيبي ما شاء الله جزاك الله خير على this beautiful information you shared with the Muslims in public. Barakallah feek, please correct. You don't think all the du'at have already advised them in private? Nothing has changed. But anyways, and stop the mocking. If you don't agree, then discuss it. But man, every 2 seconds you post to start a bullying rant, which is even more disrespectful. You are being disrespectful right now. Your comment is disrespectful and insulting to me. Why are you allowed to speak and why am I not allowed to speak? I couldn't even pause for yours. At least with mine, I paused. I let him speak for 2 seconds. You just read. I had to read the whole thing in one go. Yani, come on, man. Come on. Anyways, I don't want to make this video longer than necessary, but I've addressed the main 5 concerns that I believe needed to be addressed, namely the fact that I've academically refuted the ruling on music in a separate video. Please watch it. I'm not jealous because I'm the one who promoted Nouman al-Khan when he was still new to the scene. Number 3, mocking is justified in Islam when done in a small portion and occasionally, as I have done, as long as you don't make fun of his creation, which I did not. I made fun of his behavior, his opinions. I cannot, there's nothing to advise in private because what he's doing is public, and we have even tried the private aspect or the private option. And lastly, I do not drink with my left hand. It is the right hand, but the camera is flipped. So brothers and sisters, for Allah's sake, instead of hating on me so much and giving me such a hard time, which I'm happy with, I don't care. I'm thick-skinned to some degree. I'm sensitive, but I'm also thick-skinned. I've learned that the online people are wild. They're wild people. I don't know what people take before they get on the YouTube channel and start writing comments. It's fine. But to be fair, attend the weekly class. You see, Akhwan, wallah al-azim, it's pathetic. You claim that we have a disease. The disease is in the Muslim Ummah. This video has almost 30,000 views. 30,000 views in 2 days. And if I take you to the channel right now, and I show you the...
So we have
take it easy one. I'll show you, not the clips, I show you the live, which is the classes. Okay? 770 views for Tafsir Surat Luqman. 1.6 thousand views 7 days ago for the 40 Hadith Nawawi. Oh look, I'm drinking with my right hand. Look at the views. 1.5, 1.3. As soon as I speak about someone, all of y'all are over here flocking the channel and talking and hyping up and saying, oh brother, you're making money of this. Oh, you're good at getting views. What am I going to do with your views? Inshallah, it's 300,000 views. What am I going to do with them? I don't make a single dollar and I don't want a single dollar from them. You think I'm going to enter paradise with your views? I'm going to go stand before Allah on Yawm al-Qiyamah and say, oh Allah, this video got 100,000 views. Please permit me to paradise. What do you think I am? What do you think about the people of da'wah? Wallah, this is evil assumptions, ya akhwan. Everybody assuming that we're looking for views. What are the views going to do to us? Absolutely nothing. But if you really cared, you would attend those classes and you can criticize me there. You can criticize me there in those classes, but attend. I'm waiting for you. Subscribe, like, and share, and give us a break. I just want you and I want me to go to Jannah together. Wallahi, I have no other objective in life. Wallah, I have no other objective in life. My only objective is to share the pure message of Islam. I'm a person full of mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes along the line. Cut me some slack. But my intention is that you and I go to Jannah. Today, the way the da'wah scene works, you are not going to be able to find that path to Jannah with the type of du'at that you listen to online. Wallahi, that's all I'm going to tell you. 90% of them are misguided. Very small few are calling you to the orthodox, pure Islam according to their understanding of the Salaf. And I would like to be one of those 10% who call you to understand Islam according to the way of the Salaf for your own salvation. Nothing more, nothing less. If you're saying, what are you talking about? Do I have to call myself Salafi? No, you don't have to call yourself Salafi. You don't have to ascribe to anything. But if you want to understand what Salafiyya is, go through my lectures on this channel. You will understand what is it that we're calling to. If you find it to be disgusting and in opposition to the Quran and the Sunnah, ignore me. If you find it to be beneficial, then do what you gotta do. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.